Imagine a little child learning to speak. They don't open a grammar book, they don't memorize lists of vocabulary, and they don't worry about making mistakes. Yet, within a few short years, they begin to speak fluently, naturally, and confidently. What if you could learn English in the same natural way, just like a child? Welcome to the English Diary podcast. Today, we're starting an exciting journey together, learning English naturally, step by step, without stress, without fear, and without overthinking grammar. Why children learn faster. When you watch a child learning their first language, you notice something powerful. They don't learn by rules. They learn by listening, repeating, playing, and exploring. Think about it. A baby hears thousands of words before they say even one. They listen to their parents, their surroundings, the songs, and the stories. Slowly, their brain collects patterns. When they finally begin to speak, they're not translating. They're expressing. This is exactly what you need to do with English. Stop trying to translate in your head. Stop focusing only on rules. Start listening. Start noticing. Start enjoying the rhythm of the language. The power of listening first. Children spend months, sometimes years, just listening before they speak. That's called the silent period. They absorb sounds, patterns, and rhythm. For English learners, this is a golden secret. If you want to sound natural, if you want to think in English, start with listening every single day. Podcasts, songs, audiobooks, conversations. Surround yourself with English. Don't worry if you don't understand everything at first. Your brain is smarter than you think. It catches patterns, remembers rhythm, and slowly builds understanding. Mistakes are part of growth. Have you noticed how children make mistakes? They say things like, I go there, instead of, I went there. Nobody laughs at them. Nobody tells them, stop speaking until you're perfect. Instead, parents encourage them. Over time, they correct themselves naturally. You must give yourself the same permission. Mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are your teachers. Each mistake shows that you're trying, and each try makes you better. So, speak freely. Don't wait for perfect grammar. Children don't, and they still become fluent. Learn with curiosity and play. Children learn by playing. They turn learning into games. That's why they remember better. Adults, on the other hand, make learning too serious. They stress, they fear, they lose joy. If you want to learn English like a child, bring back curiosity. Play with words. Watch cartoons in English. Try tongue twisters. Sing along with songs. Use apps or flashcards like a game. Learning doesn't have to be boring. The more fun you create, the faster your brain absorbs English. Repetition creates mastery. Think about how many times a child hears the word mama or water before they say it. Hundreds, maybe thousands of times. Repetition is not boring. Repetition is magic. When you listen to the same story again and again, when you repeat the same sentences, when you practice the same conversation patterns, you're training your brain to make English automatic. So, don't chase new material every day. Repeat, re-listen, re-say. That's how children learn, and that's how you will too. Surround yourself with English. Children live in an environment where their first language surrounds them 24/7. That's why they learn so quickly. You must create your own English environment. Change your phone language to English. Follow English channels on YouTube. Talk to yourself in English. Keep a diary in English. The more you surround yourself, the faster you'll grow. Remember, English shouldn't be a subject you study. It should be a world you live in. Electric Light Bulb, don't forget to subscribe to the English Diary podcast for more tips and episodes. Thinking in English instead of translating. Children don't translate. When they see a ball, they don't think round object and then search for the right word. They just say ball. Many learners make English harder because they translate every sentence from their native language. This slows you down and makes speaking stressful. To sound natural, you must train your brain to think directly in English. How can you do this? Start small. Use simple words you already know. When you see food, say in your mind, "This is bread." When you pick up your phone, say, "I am checking messages." The more you describe your world in English, the more your brain will shift naturally to English thinking, building vocabulary the natural way. Children don't sit with a dictionary. They learn words in context. When they hear apple, they see the fruit. When they hear sleep, they see action. You should learn like this too. Instead of memorizing lists, connect words with images, actions, and feelings. If you're learning the word sunshine, look at the sun, feel the warmth, and say it aloud. Your brain loves connections. It remembers better this way. Also, don't try to learn hundreds of words at once. Children learn slowly, but deeply. 10 words learned naturally are more powerful than 100 words memorized and forgotten. Copying sounds and pronunciation. A child doesn't worry about spelling when they start talking. They copy sounds. They listen and repeat. That's why their pronunciation is natural. If you want to sound natural in English, stop focusing only on reading and writing. Start listening and copying. Repeat what you hear. Podcasts, movies, songs. Record yourself. Compare your sound with the original. Don't aim for perfection, aim for closeness. Pronunciation is not about accent. It's about clarity. If people understand you easily, you're successful. And the best way to reach this is by copying sounds, just like children do. Storytelling for natural learning. Children love stories. Through stories, they learn new words, new expressions, even morals. And they never forget them. Make storytelling a part of your English learning. Read simple stories, listen to audiobooks, or watch short story videos. But don't just consume, retell them in your own words. For example, if you hear the story of a boy and his dog, try to tell it again without looking at the text. Use simple sentences. There was a boy. He had a dog. They played in the park. This builds confidence and fluency. Imitating children's curiosity. Children ask endless questions. Why is the sky blue? Why do birds fly? Why is the car red? Their curiosity fuels learning. As an English learner, develop the same curiosity. When you hear a new word, don't just skip it. Ask, what does it mean? How is it used? Can I use it in my own sentence? Curiosity makes learning active. Passive learners forget quickly. Active learners grow fast. So be curious like a child. Never stop asking questions. Daily mini habits for natural learning. Children don't learn in one big session. They learn all day in small pieces. A word here, a phrase there, a song in the morning, a story at night. You can copy this too. Instead of forcing yourself to study English for 3 hours, build mini habits. Listen to a 5-minute podcast while eating breakfast. Read 2 pages of a story before bed. Write 3 simple sentences about your day. Speak 1 minute of English to yourself in the mirror. These small steps, repeated daily, are more powerful than long, stressful study sessions. The role of emotions in learning. Children learn best when they are happy, excited, or curious. They learn worst when they are scared or stressed. Adults are the same. If you're always stressed about grammar mistakes, your brain blocks learning. But if you enjoy the process, your brain remembers faster. So, connect English with positive emotions. Laugh while watching a comedy in English. Sing your favorite song loudly. Celebrate small wins, like when you understand a sentence without translation. Emotion is fuel. Use it. Copy before you create. Children copy their parents' words before they create their own sentences. They repeat phrases like, I want water or let's go outside. Over time, they start to build their own sentences. As a learner, don't feel pressure to be original all the time. Copy useful sentences you hear. Repeat them until they feel natural. Later, you'll mix them and create your own style. Copying is not cheating. It's smart learning. It's how children become fluent. And it's how you will too, We've already explored how children pick up language naturally by listening, copying, and playing. Now, let's go deeper into how you can build the same environment around yourself, how to use your senses for stronger memory, how to practice speaking daily, and how to grow with confidence. Welcome back to the English Diary podcast. Let's continue this journey of learning English naturally, like a child. Creating an English environment. Children learn quickly because their environment is full of language. Everywhere they go, they hear their mother tongue, at home, in the park, at school, with friends. If you want to learn English like a child, you must build your own environment. That means surrounding yourself with English daily. Change your phone and computer language to English. Label objects in your room with English words. Listen to English music while working. Watch shows or YouTube channels only in English. When you do this, English is no longer a subject you study. It becomes the background of your life. And your brain will naturally adapt. Using all 5 senses to learn. Children use all their senses when they learn. They touch, they taste, they see, they hear, they move. That's why their memories are strong. You can apply the same principle. When learning food words, cook or eat the food. Say the words aloud, this is rice. This is tomato. When learning action words, act them out. Jump, run, dance, sit. When learning colors, look around and point. The wall is white. The shirt is blue. The more senses you involve, the deeper the memory becomes. English is not just for your brain, it's for your whole body. Speaking every day without fear. Children speak every day, even before they are ready. They make mistakes, they invent words, they mix things up, but they keep speaking. That's why they improve so quickly. As an adult learner, you must do the same. Don't wait for perfect grammar or vocabulary. Speak now with what you have. Even 1 minute of English speaking daily is powerful. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Good morning, I am brushing my teeth. I am going to work. Record your voice and listen. Join online speaking groups or language partners. Remember, speaking is not a test, it's practice. Each word you say makes you stronger. Shadowing technique for fluency. One of the best ways to practice speaking like a child is shadowing. This means listening to someone speak English and immediately repeating after them, copying their tone, speed, and rhythm. It's like being a child again, repeating what your parents say. You can do this with podcasts, movies, or YouTube videos. Pick short clips, play a sentence, and repeat it right away. This trains your mouth, your ear, and your brain at the same time. Soon, you'll sound more natural and fluent. The magic of songs and rhymes. Why do children love rhymes? Because rhythm and music make words easier to remember. They sing the alphabet, nursery rhymes, and simple songs. You can use the same method. Choose English songs you enjoy. Don't worry if they're fast at first. Listen again and again. Try singing along. Even if you don't catch every word, your mouth learns the flow of English. Simple rhymes are also powerful. Tongue twisters, short chants, or even funny poems. They train your tongue and make learning fun. Asking questions like a child. Children learn by asking endless questions. What is this? Why is that? How does it work? They're never shy. You should develop the same attitude in English. When reading, stop and ask. What does this word mean? How is this phrase used? Can I say it another way? If you have a teacher or language partner, ask them questions. If not, ask the internet, ask a dictionary, ask an app. Curiosity is your teacher, making English part of daily life. Children don't set aside a special study time for language. They live in it all day. So instead of separating study English from your life, mix English into your daily activities. While cooking, name ingredients in English. While walking, describe the weather in English. While texting, try sending one message in English. While relaxing, watch something in English. This way, English becomes your habit, not your homework. The role of patience in natural learning. Children don't become fluent overnight. It takes years of listening, speaking, making mistakes, and growing. But they never stop, they are patient. As an adult, you might feel pressure. I want to be fluent in 3 months. That stress can hurt your progress. Instead, be patient like a child. Celebrate small wins, understanding a new phrase, remembering a word without translation, or speaking a sentence smoothly. Each step is progress. Fluency is not a race, it's a journey. Celebrate mistakes as progress. Children laugh at their mistakes. They don't feel embarrassed. But adults often stop speaking because they fear mistakes. Shift your mindset. Each mistake is proof that you are learning. If you never make mistakes, it means you're not practicing enough. Next time you make a mistake, smile. Say, "Great, I just learned something new." That's the childlike attitude that leads to fluency. The more we observe children, the more we realize how natural their learning process is. They don't stress, they don't rush, and they don't doubt themselves. They simply absorb, copy, repeat, and grow. You can bring the same flow into your English learning journey. Welcome to the English Diary podcast. Let's keep building step by step, exploring more ways to learn English like a child. Listening before speaking. Children listen long before they speak. For months, they sit silently, hearing conversations around them. This silent period is not wasted, it's preparation. Their brain is building patterns, learning sounds, and preparing for expression. As an English learner, you should value listening as much as speaking. Listen daily, even if you don't respond right away. Podcasts, songs, radio, movies. Fill your ears with English. Over time, your brain will start producing the same sounds naturally. Short sentences first. Children don't start with long, complex sentences. They begin with 1 or 2 words: milk, go, play. Later, they add more: I want milk, let's go play. This is the same path you should follow. Don't pressure yourself to speak in long sentences at the beginning. Start with short, clear expressions. Use what you know, then slowly expand. Simple is not weak. Simple is powerful. A short, correct sentence is better than a long, confusing one. Repeating favorite phrases. Children repeat the same phrases again and again. You'll hear them say again, again, after listening to a song or story. Repetition is their way of mastering language. For you, too, repetition is key. Pick useful phrases like, how are you? I'm doing well. Can I help you? And repeat them daily. Use them in real conversations whenever possible. Each repetition builds confidence and fluency. Using visual learning. Children are very visual learners. They connect words with pictures, objects, and movements. That's why picture books and cartoons are so effective for them. You can use the same trick. Don't just learn a word from text. Connect it with an image. If you're learning the word mountain, look at a picture of a mountain while saying it aloud. The brain remembers images more strongly than text alone. Combine them, and your memory will grow faster. Learning through interaction. Children learn language in conversations. They don't just listen passively. They respond, ask, and react. That's why you should practice interactive English. Don't only watch videos, talk back to them. Don't only read, discuss what you read. Don't only listen to podcasts. Pause and repeat in your own words. Interaction makes English alive. Imitating without fear. Children are fearless imitators. They copy adults' words, voices, even gestures. Sometimes they get it wrong, but they don't stop. You should imitate too. Copy how native speakers say things. Repeat their intonation, rhythm, and even facial expressions. The more you imitate, the more natural you sound. Don't worry about being perfect. Imitation is the first step to originality. Enjoying stories and cartoons. Children learn a huge amount of language from cartoons and stories. They are simple, repetitive, and full of everyday language. Even as an adult, Cartoons are powerful for learning. Shows like Peppa Pig, Dora the Explorer, or simple animations are great resources. Don't think they are childish, they are effective. Stories are also a treasure. Fairy tales, folk tales, or children's books use simple structures but powerful vocabulary. Read them, listen to them, and retell them in your own words. Practice through play. Children treat learning as play. They play with sounds, words, and sentences. That's why they don't feel pressure. You can also make English playful. Challenge yourself with tongue twisters. Play word games like I Spy in English. Use apps that turn vocabulary into games. Sing karaoke in English. Play reduces fear and increases joy. When you enjoy, you remember. Learning step by step. Children don't jump directly to advanced topics. They build layer by layer, first words, then sentences, then stories. You should also take gradual steps. Don't jump into advanced novels if you're still building basics. Start with simple materials, then slowly challenge yourself. Step by step, your English will grow naturally. Building confidence daily. Confidence doesn't come from waiting until you're perfect. It comes from using what you know right now. Children are confident because they don't compare themselves to others. They just keep trying. You should do the same. Speak even if you're unsure. Write even if it's simple. Listen even if you don't understand everything. Each action builds confidence, and confidence accelerates fluency. The secret of learning like a child is not hidden in grammar books or rules. It's hidden in daily life. The more naturally you connect with English in your everyday routine, the faster you grow. Let's explore more ways to absorb English the same way children do. Welcome again to the English Diary podcast. Stay with me till the end. And remember, learning can be effortless when you learn like a child. Learning with curiosity. Children are naturally curious. They ask why, what's that, 100 times a day. This curiosity drives their learning. As an English learner, you should adopt the same attitude. Be curious about new words you see. When you hear a phrase, don't just ignore it. Ask yourself, what does it mean? How can I use it? Curiosity keeps your brain active and engaged. Instead of memorizing randomly, you learn with purpose. Context is more important than translation. Children never translate. They don't say, what's the word for this in my first language? They learn meaning directly from context. You should practice the same. Instead of translating every English word into your language, understand it from the sentence or situation. For example, if you read, she grabbed her umbrella because it was raining. Even if you don't know the word umbrella, the context shows it's something useful in rain. This direct understanding makes you think in English. Practice with songs. Children love songs, and songs are powerful teachers. Through music, they learn rhythm, pronunciation, and vocabulary without realizing it. You can do the same. Pick simple English songs, children's rhymes, pop songs with clear lyrics, or even movie soundtracks. Sing along. At first, you may not get every word, but over time your brain will recognize patterns. Singing builds pronunciation, memory, and fluency naturally, using gestures and body language. Children often use gestures with words. They point, wave, or act things out. These actions make language memorable. You should combine English words with actions too. For example, when you learn open, actually open a door. When you learn run, move your legs as if running. When you say big, spread your arms wide. This method is called total physical response. It connects body and brain, making words unforgettable. Speaking without grammar pressure. Children don't study grammar before speaking. They speak first, then adjust as they grow. Mistakes are part of the process. You should reduce grammar pressure too. Don't freeze while thinking of perfect rules. Speak naturally, even if it's not 100% correct. Fluency comes before accuracy. Accuracy will improve with practice. Think of grammar as a tool, not a barrier. Learning with real-life objects. Children learn words by touching and seeing objects around them: ball, apple, chair, book. You can do the same. Label objects in your home with sticky notes: mirror, door, window, spoon. Each time you see them, say the word aloud. This daily exposure makes vocabulary stick faster than any word list. Creating English surroundings. Children are surrounded by their native language 24/7. That's why they learn so fast. You may not live in an English-speaking country, but you can create an English environment. Change your phone language to English. Watch daily news in English. Follow English-speaking YouTubers. Write your to-do list in English. Talk to yourself in English while cooking or walking. Surroundings matter. The more English you hear and see, the more natural it feels. Copying the melody of English. Every language has its own music, its rhythm and intonation. Children copy this melody without thinking. You should train your ear for English melody. Notice how questions rise in tone. Are you coming? Notice how statements fall. I'm ready. Mimic this rhythm. Record yourself and compare. Sounding natural is not only about words, but also about tone. Patience like a child. Children don't rush. They take months before speaking and years before mastering. Yet nobody doubts their ability. You need the same patience. Don't panic if fluency takes time. Every new word, every sentence, every mistake is progress. Trust the process. Like a child, give yourself space to grow. Confidence through daily use. The best part about children, they don't care about mistakes. They just speak. Their confidence makes learning faster. You should build daily use habits. Greet people in English. Order food in English if possible. Post a caption in English on social media. Join an online group where you can chat. Daily use builds natural confidence, just like it does for children. Think about how children discover the world. Every moment is an opportunity to learn. A sound, a picture, a gesture, a smile. If we borrow this approach, English stops being a subject and becomes a living, breathing part of our life. Let's keep uncovering how to make your English learning effortless and natural. Welcome again to the English Diary podcast. Keep listening closely and remember to stay playful and curious as we continue. Observing before speaking. Children spend a lot of time simply observing. They watch faces, notice expressions, and listen to tones. Before they even form words, they understand meaning through careful observation. You can use this technique too. When you listen to English speakers, whether in movies, YouTube videos, or podcasts, don't only focus on the words. Pay attention to how people pause, how they use hand gestures, how their tone changes with emotion. These details are just as important as vocabulary. Observation builds a natural sense of communication. The power of silence. Children often go through a silent period where they listen more than they speak. During this time, their brains are busy absorbing patterns. Don't be afraid of silence in your learning journey. It's okay if you spend weeks or months listening more than talking. This is not a waste, it's a foundation. Later, when you start speaking, words will flow out because your brain already knows them deeply. Give yourself permission to be silent sometimes. Silence is part of learning. Learning through mistakes. Children fall while walking, mispronounce words, and make funny grammar errors. But they don't stop. Each mistake is part of progress. You should adopt the same mindset. Mistakes are not proof of weakness, they're signs of growth. If you never make mistakes, it means you're not trying enough. Each time you say something incorrectly, you get closer to saying it right. Embrace mistakes as natural teachers. Curiosity with words. Children are fascinated by sounds. They repeat words just because they like how they sound: banana, banana, banana. You can do the same. Pick words that feel fun to say, like fantastic, butterfly, wonderful. Repeat them with energy. Play with their sounds. This playful repetition locks vocabulary in your memory without effort. Visualizing sentences. Children don't just learn words, they create images in their minds. If they hear the cat is on the chair, they see a picture of it. You should also use visualization. Whenever you hear or read a sentence, try to imagine it as a picture or even a mini movie in your mind. This technique makes learning active instead of passive. It also improves memory and comprehension. Using English for real needs. Children learn words they need first: milk, toy, mom, dad. These are connected to their survival and daily life. As an English learner, focus on the language you need most. If you work in an office, learn workplace expressions. If you're a student, learn academic phrases. If you love traveling, learn travel English first. Practical needs make vocabulary stick faster. Playing with pronunciation. Children enjoy playing with sounds. They babble, laugh, and experiment. This experimentation makes them strong with pronunciation. You can also play with English sounds. Record yourself. Exaggerate words. Mimic accents. Try tongue twisters. The more you play, the easier it becomes to pronounce naturally. Remember, pronunciation is not about having a perfect accent. It's about being clear and confident. Storytelling as a tool. Children love telling stories, even with limited words. They might say, "Dog run fast," or "I play park." Slowly, their stories get longer. You can practice storytelling too. Use simple sentences. Tell what you did yesterday. I woke up. I had tea. I went to work. Gradually, add details. Storytelling improves flow, confidence, and vocabulary. It turns scattered words into meaningful communication. Repetition through routine. Children hear the same routines daily. Time to eat. Go to bed. Wash your hands. This repetition makes the phrases automatic. You should create similar routines in English. Repeat the same expressions every day. In the morning, good morning. Let's start the day. While eating, this food tastes great. Before bed, I'm ready to sleep now. Routines transform language into habits. Celebrating small wins. Children celebrate every success, every step, every new word. Adults often ignore small progress, waiting only for big results. But in language learning, small wins are everything. Celebrate when you understand a joke in English. Celebrate when you can order food without translation. Celebrate when someone understands your sentence. Every small win is proof that you're growing. When children explore language, they don't carry fear or pressure. Every sound is fun. Every word is discovery. Every mistake is adventure. You can bring the same joy into your English journey. Let's continue unlocking the childlike secrets of learning naturally. Welcome once again to the English Diary podcast. Stay tuned and don't forget, you grow faster when you stay playful. Living language, not studying it. Children don't sit at a desk with grammar books. They live inside their language. Every conversation with parents, every laugh with friends, every story before bed, this is their classroom. For you, English should also be lived, not just studied. Instead of memorizing dry rules, use English in your life. Write messages, sing along to songs, narrate your day, talk to yourself. When language becomes part of your living world, learning feels effortless. Imitating voices and expressions. Children are natural actors. They copy the way adults speak, even their tone and funny expressions. That's why their language sounds so natural. You can do the same. Watch English shows, pause, and mimic exactly what you hear. Not just the words, but the tone, the expression, the rhythm. Pretend you are the actor. This copy and play approach will quickly make your speech lively and authentic. Learning through emotions. Children remember words connected with strong feelings. If they are excited, they shout, "Yay!" If they are upset, they cry, "No." Emotions glue language into memory. Use emotions in your English practice. Don't just say, "I'm happy" in a flat tone. Smile while saying it. Don't just say, "I'm angry." Show the emotion. When your body and emotions join the words, the memory becomes much stronger. Connecting English with daily habits. Children learn by connecting language with daily actions: eat, sleep, play, run. You can do this too. Speak English while doing your routines. While brushing teeth, I am brushing my teeth. While cooking, I'm cutting vegetables. While walking, the street is busy. This method builds natural thinking in English because your words connect directly with real life. Learning through friends. Children grow faster when they play with other children. They copy each other, compete, and encourage. You should also create an English circle. Join a study group, find an online speaking partner, or chat with friends in English. When learning becomes social, it becomes fun and motivating. No fear of repetition. Children never complain, "I've heard this before." They love repeating the same song, the same story, the same game. Repetition makes them masters. As an English learner, embrace repetition. Watch the same movie again. Listen to the same podcast twice. Read the same story 3 times. Each round adds deeper understanding and stronger memory. Repetition is not boring, it's powerful. The role of imagination. Children use imagination in every game. A stick becomes a sword. A box becomes a house. Imagination brings energy to their learning. You can also use imagination to practice English. Pretend you are giving a speech in English. Pretend you are at the airport asking for tickets. Pretend you are a teacher explaining a lesson. Imagination prepares you for real conversations. Asking simple questions. Children constantly ask questions. What's that? Why? How? These questions drive their language forward. You should practice the same curiosity. Ask yourself questions in English. What am I doing now? Where am I going? What do I need? Then answer in simple sentences. This builds thinking patterns and keeps your English active. Using rhymes and rhythm. Children love rhymes because rhythm makes language stick. Think of nursery rhymes like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. You can use rhyme and rhythm for English too. Repeat fun phrases like "See you soon," "Afternoon," "No pain, no gain." Practice makes perfect. The musical flow of language makes it easy to remember. Confidence without comparison. Children don't compare themselves with others. They don't think that child speaks better, so I should stop. They keep going at their own pace. As an adult learner, avoid comparisons. Everyone's journey is unique. Focus on your progress, your new words, your stronger sentences, your ability to understand more today than yesterday. Confidence grows when you compete only with yourself. When you think about it, children don't treat language as something separate. They blend it into their games, their laughter, their daily lives. That's why they learn without even realizing it. You can do the same with English by weaving it naturally into your everyday moments. Welcome once again to the English Diary podcast. Stay tuned. And remember, your growth is strongest when learning feels like living. Using playful repetition. Children love repeating words in playful ways. They chant, they sing, they echo what others say. This playful repetition is why they remember so much so quickly. You can borrow this trick. Take one English phrase, like "How are you today?" and say it with different voices. Fast, slow, loud, soft, funny, serious. Not only will you practice pronunciation, but your brain will also enjoy the game and store the phrase longer. Building mini conversations. Children don't wait until they know big grammar rules. They create mini conversations from what they know. Hi, how are you? I'm fine. You? You can practice the same. Create short exchanges using your current vocabulary. Even a 2-line conversation builds confidence. Over time, these mini conversations become longer and richer. Using objects around you. Children constantly point to objects. Ball, car, dog. Each time, the object and word get linked in their brain. You can copy this habit. Look around your room and name everything you see in English. Table, chair, window, light, phone. Then expand. The phone is on the table. The light is bright. This simple habit transforms your environment into a living English classroom. Acting out situations. Children act out roles in their games. Doctor, teacher, shopkeeper. These role plays teach them new words and phrases. You can role play too. Imagine you're at a restaurant. Excuse me, can I see the menu? I'd like some water, please. Or pretend you're at the airport. Where is gate number 12? Here's my boarding pass. Acting out situations prepares you for real-life English use. Listening actively. Children don't just hear, they actively listen. They notice tone, rhythm, and emotion. When you listen to English podcasts, songs, or conversations, don't just hear passively. Try to catch details. Which words are stressed? Where does the speaker pause? What emotion do you feel from the voice? Active listening sharpens your ear and makes your speaking natural. Repeating stories aloud. Children love hearing the same story again and again. After a while, they can retell it in their own words. You should do the same. Listen to a short English story, then try to retell it aloud in your own words. Don't worry about being perfect. The goal is to practice flow and memory. Every retelling makes the language more natural to you. Focusing on high-frequency words. Children learn the most useful words first. Mom, dad, yes, no, eat, play. These high-frequency words give them quick communication power. As a learner, you should also focus on the most common English words and phrases. Research shows that just 1,000 words cover most of daily conversation. Learn these first, and you'll unlock faster fluency. Practicing in small bursts. Children don't study for hours. They learn in short bursts, 10 minutes of play here, 5 minutes of songs there, a bedtime story later. You can also learn in small, frequent sessions. Spend 5 minutes listening to a podcast, 10 minutes writing a diary, 3 minutes practicing pronunciation. Many small bursts throughout the day are more powerful than one long, stressful session. Enjoy mistakes as funny moments. Children often laugh at their own mistakes. If they say a funny word, they giggle and try again. You can adopt this same light-hearted attitude. Instead of feeling embarrassed by mistakes, laugh at them. Treat them as funny memories. The lighter you feel, the easier it becomes to keep practicing. Building natural thinking. Children don't translate. They think directly in their language. To practice this, stop asking yourself, how do I say this in my first language? Instead, think directly in English. Instead of thinking chai, tea, I want tea, just think I want tea. Start with small phrases, and slowly your brain will skip translation completely. Electric light bulb, don't forget to subscribe to the English Diary podcast. Your support helps us keep creating natural, childlike learning journeys for you. Children show us the simplest truth. Language is not a subject, it's an experience. It's something you live, breathe, and play with every day. When you bring this attitude into English, you stop feeling pressure and you start feeling progress. Let's bring everything together and complete this journey with the same joy children carry while learning. Welcome again to the English Diary podcast. Stay with me until the end and let's finish strong, turning everyday life into lessons. For children, every day is a classroom. Eating breakfast, playing with toys, walking in the park, all become lessons. For you, every moment can also be practice. While you cook, describe the steps in English. While you walk outside, name what you see: trees, sky, road, people. While you shop, repeat phrases in your mind. How much is this? I'd like that one. Everyday life becomes your English teacher when you pay attention, asking and answering naturally. Children constantly ask questions. What's this? Why is that there? Then they answer in simple words. You can practice this too. Ask yourself questions in English. What am I doing now? What do I want to eat? Where am I going? Then answer out loud. This simple practice builds thinking and speaking habits that connect directly with real life, making English emotional. Children remember words tied to feelings. If they love ice cream, they never forget the word ice cream. If they are scared of thunder, they remember thunder. Connect your English learning with emotions. Don't just memorize happy. Smile while saying it. Don't just learn angry. Say it with real emotion. Emotional practice makes words unforgettable. Building a safe space to practice. Children feel safe practicing around parents and friends who encourage them. They're not afraid of being judged. You need a safe environment too. It can be a supportive friend, a speaking partner, or even just yourself in front of a mirror. Remove judgment, and your confidence will rise naturally. Combining words like building blocks. Children use words like toys, connecting them into bigger ideas. I play ball. I want ball. I play ball now. You can practice this building block style too. Take a simple word like eat. Start small. I eat. Then expand. I eat rice. Add more. I eat rice every morning. Soon, you'll be forming long, natural sentences without stress. Celebrating curiosity. Children never stop asking why. This curiosity drives their language forward. Keep asking questions when you encounter new English. Why does this phrase used to? Why does this sentence sound polite? Why do people say gonna instead of going to? Each answer makes your English deeper and more authentic. Choosing joy over pressure. Children don't cry because they can't say a perfect sentence. They enjoy every small step. As an English learner, replace pressure with joy. Celebrate your effort, not just your results. Smile when you say a new phrase. Enjoy when you understand a movie scene. Learning should feel like play, not punishment. Telling your story in English. Children love telling their little stories. What they saw, what they felt, what they did. You can use this too. Start telling your daily story in English. Even if it's simple. I woke up. I had tea. I went to work. Over time, your stories will get richer. I woke up feeling fresh. I made tea and enjoyed it while listening to the birds outside. Then I went to work and met my colleague. Storytelling is the bridge between learning and fluency. Becoming fearless like a child. The greatest gift children have is fearlessness. They don't worry about grammar. They don't worry about mistakes. They just try. You can be fearless too. Speak even when you're unsure. Write even if it's simple. Listen even if you don't understand everything. Each fearless step makes you stronger. A natural conclusion. Learning English like a child is not about age. It's about attitude. It's about listening deeply, repeating joyfully, using imagination, connecting with emotions, and celebrating small wins. When you stop treating English as a difficult subject and start living it as a daily experience, fluency comes naturally. Final words of inspiration. Think of yourself as that child, curious, fearless, playful. Step into English the same way children step into life. One word at a time, one smile at a time, one joyful discovery at a time. Your journey is not about speed, it's about consistency. Every small effort, every playful practice, every fearless attempt brings you closer to fluency. So, keep listening, keep speaking, keep playing with English. The language will grow inside you just like it grows inside a child. Naturally, beautifully, and effortlessly. Electric Light Bulb, don't forget to subscribe to the English Diary podcast, your home for simple, joyful, and natural English learning. Together, we'll keep walking step by step toward fluency.